y'all. It is December the 9th in 2019. And right now, before I finish up and get my day underway, I did want to discuss this particular article in which I had read, I skimmed through earlier. All right. And I think it'll be very important. It's not too much to be said about it. You can see the headline right here until we just go ahead and dive in. Alabama boy, 5 years old, killed in a crossfire during a family dispute. It's terrible. Police in Alabama say a 5-year-old boy has been shot and killed in crossfire during a family dispute, like I said. Let's go ahead and read some of this, all right, and see what the heck's going on. A 5-year-old boy in Alabama died when he was struck by gunfire during an argument between two family members. Birmingham police confirmed. That's Birmingham, Alabama. Police identified the child as Tenarius T.J. Moore. All right, it's an interesting name. I'll leave it at that. Tenarius. News outlets reported on Sunday. Two family members were arguing outside a North Birmingham apartment complex on Saturday when both fired weapons at each other. Sergeant Johnny Williams said the kindergartner was struck by the gunfire, and responding officers found the 5-year-old mortally wounded, according to the police report obtained by news outlets. He died at the hospital later that day. It's breaking news. All right. Multiple people have been detained, and police are still looking for others, including witnesses who may have fled. Birmingham Police Deputy Chief Scott Prater said no suspects have been publicly identified. All right, so that they do have some, but they're not publicly coming out with it, and maybe they're not hearing much feedback from the community. TJ would have turned 6 next month, his grandmother Sherry Moore told AL.com, whatever that is. And I would want to ask, but maybe perhaps we'll hear from the grandfather. What about the grandfather? What does he have to say? Is he there or not? 2 years ago, TJ's 25-year-old father was shot to death, and a long-standing feud between he and the shooter. Dang, isn't that interesting? Might be something to dwell upon, actually. That might be the major lesson of this article as we read further into it. 2 years ago, TJ's 25-year-old father was shot to death over a long-standing feud between he and the shooter, Birmingham police said at the time. The father's killing was ruled justifiable because witnesses said that he had fired first. No charges were filed, AL.com had reported, and said, I think AL.com would be for Alabama.com, said, I lost my son, and now I lost my junior, Moore told AL.com. It's unexplainable, she added. And I thought it was very fitting that they actually went ahead and ended the article that way. I like that it ended just like that because she says it's unexplainable. Actually, it's extremely explainable. And it's, of course, just my humble opinion, but it's very, very explainable. In fact, it's very typical. In fact, you have a situation in which, where is the father? Where's the grandfather? Where's the father's at in this mug? Are they all getting shot dead? Are they running away? All right, that's what seems to happen. All right, so you have a son who got murdered in a long-standing feud. I bet you didn't move away from these places. I bet you didn't. But you stayed in the same place, and I bet you hung out with the same type of people, to include your family. All right, who your family stayed steadily shooting up each other. All right, and they're not even good at it. They're going ahead and just blasting away like cowards and stuff at each other, just in some sort of mortal combat. And you continuing to live your life in this in the midst. Now, this is some sort of grandmother named Moore, and she says it's inexplainable. It's very explainable. All right, this is kind of the culture that you're brewing, all right, and you're never ever going to blame yourself about it, all right? You're never going to say, oh yeah, this is what I've cultivated with all the poor decisions that I've made throughout time. And all those decisions kind of included not having fathers in the scenario, or putting little babies in danger, five-year-old babies, put them in danger, all sort of hanging around people that they honestly should not be hanging around, and keeping on with that sort of situation. So it's very explainable, all right? And it's going to continue to happen. It's going to trend upwards. You're going to see it more and more, and every single time they're going to say, oh, it's inexplainable. We don't know how to explain it. We don't know what happened here. And meanwhile, I think we do know what happened here. and we're going to talk about it a lot more. We're going to get banned off of YouTube, so go down to the link below and go ahead and subscribe to the BitChute or bookmark the BitChute. If you don't yet have an account at BitChute, feel free to bookmark it, and then you're going to come back when everybody's going to BitChute. And it's unfortunate about YouTube, but we're bullying over here, and they're going to kick us off probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see about it. We're going to see what we can do to get kicked off of YouTube and stuff. We're going to just discuss everything that we want to. And I want to hear y'all's feedback. We want to come to solutions. We want to see what's wrong, and then we want to make it right. It is December the 9th, 2019. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later.